Good morning, students. Okay, going to move this one first. Okay. My name's Teacher Oro. You can call me Teacher Oro or Oro the Owl, and together we are going to talk about WH questions. Are you familiar of WH questions? Well, that's good. But if you're not, no worries then, because today we're going to learn all of those questions. First, I'm going to introduce to you the WH questions. We have what, when, where, why, and which. Then we have whose, who, whose, whom, how old, how often, how far, then how tall, how high, how long, how much, and how many. These are the part of the WH questions, and sometimes they put also what time. Okay, now I'm going to introduce each one of them later, one by one. First, we have what. We use what when we talk about things, animals, objects, like you will say, "What's this?" And they will reply, "It's a pencil." Okay, "What's this?" "It's a pen." "What's this?" Teacher, it's your phone. It's a mobile. Okay, so you will use what. Then the next one will be we use when we talk about time. Okay, you will say, when are you going to school? When does the school start? You will use when. Okay, and let's move to the next one. Then we use how often. We use how often when we talk about frequency. Like you can say always, sometimes, not often, usually, rarely. Like if they ask you, you say, "How often do you go jogging?" Oh, you cannot reply like, "I go jogging every day." "How often do you play basketball?" "I play basketball every day after class." So you say how often or always. You can say, "I always play basketball after school." The next one we use which to make a choice or choices. You have to choose. If people will ask you which pen is yours, so you have to choose the blue one or the silver one. If you say like, "I like the silver one," okay, so you say the silver one. Okay, then next we use why when we reason out. We say like, "It's because," "due to." Uh, they ask you questions like, "Why were you absent yesterday?" Oh, then you reason out. "Teacher Oro, I was absent yesterday because I was sick." "And why are you late today?" "I'm late today, Teacher Oro, because I go to school on foot." So there's a reason why you're late and why were you absent. Okay, you have to state your reason. Next one, we use what time. As I said a while ago, you can also use it as part of the WH questions. You can say, "What time are we leaving tomorrow?" "What time are you going to Bangkok?" "What time the school start?" Okay, what time. We talk about time as well. Then we use whom when we talk about object of the verb or the third person. You will say, "Whom did you give your homework yesterday?" Then you reply, "I gave it to teacher Nongkam." teacher Titi, teacher Bill. So you can reply and we talk about the third person, an object of the bird, your homework. Okay, and then we use where to know the place. Like people ask you, where do you live? Where do you study? So we talk about places. Where's the toilet? Where's the nearest bank? So you will use where when we talk about places. Then the next one, we use, who to ask about people. So when we talk about people, you will say who. Like, who is your friend? My friend is Kimberly. Who is your uh, who is your girlfriend? My girlfriend is Lady Gaga. You can reply like that way when they ask you who. So we are talking about people or person. The next, we use how old when we talk about age. Most of the students starting in the class, they keep on asking teachers like, teacher, how old are you? And the teacher will reply them like, oh, it's okay, I don't tell my age. But for me, if you ask teacher Oro, how old are you, teacher Oro? Teacher Oro is already 40 plus years old. So I am 40 plus years old. Okay, so we talk about age if we use how old. By the way, also like when you talk about uh, the years also, you can also use how old. Like, teacher Earl, how old is your car? I've been using it for I think 5 years already. Okay, you can also use that one. Then we use how when we talk about manner. Like how do you go to school? I go to school by car. I go to school on foot. Okay, you ask how. Okay, how do you go to the supermarket? Oh, I'm a rich man. I go to the supermarket by a helicopter. Okay, next. We use how long when we talk about the duration or the length. How long does it take to go to Shanghai? Oh, it takes only like uh, an hour. Oh, and half an hour. Oh no, an hour and a half probably. Okay, so we talk about the duration. How long would it take? Okay, and next we use whose when we talk about possession, ownership. Okay, like this one. If you found something like this, you will say, "Oh, I found a phone. Whose phone is this? Whose mobile phone is this?" It's a possession. And if it is mine, then I will say it's mine. The phone is mine. Okay? The next, we use how much when we talk about the price, the amount, and also uncountable. Uncountable means you can't count. Okay? Like, how much water do you drink? How much rice do we eat? Okay, can we count water? Of course not. Can we count rice? Probably like pieces by pieces, but a lot. It will take you a year to finish counting. So those things we can count, we say how much. But the thing that we can count, we say how many. Like this one. We use how many when we talk about the quantity. And we also use to count. Okay, like you say, how many phones do you have, teacher Oro? Because we can count phone. Say, I have 2 phones. Okay, so we can count 1, 2. But you cannot say, how many water do you drink? Because we can't count water. Okay, next. We use how far when we talk about the distance. Like, how far is Shanghai to Chiang Mai? Oh, it's so far. How far is Shanghai to Mesai. Oh, Shanghai to Mesai, I think it's 60 kilometers. Oh wow, it's not too far. How far is Bangkok to Shanghai? Bangkok to Shanghai is about 450 to 500 kilometers. It's quite far. Okay, and I think that's it for the WH questions. And then I'm gonna give you this homework. Please, if you have mobile with you, take a photo and answer this one using who, what, how, where, when, how many, how old, how long, how far, and which. For example, number one, how old are you? Right? And blank do you live? Is your name? Is your favorite color? Is your favorite actor? Are your hobbies? Is your birthday? Are you today? Brothers and sisters do you have? Is it from your home to the school? Month is your favorite month, April or December? And that's it. Okay, take a picture of this one, and that will be an assignment. The first one is bonus already. I told you already that the answer is how old are you? Then you answer also your notebook. I am 13. I am 14 years old. So you answer this one. Write it in your take a photo. Write it in your notebook and answer also in your notebook and send the notebook to teacher Earl after you finish answering. Okay, that's it for today. Bye bye.